Good morning to all of you. Today we discuss about the chapter number 5 of Alai. Today's lecture is lecture number 4. The important topic of this chapter is about the manufacture of steel. Generally, steel in the manufacture of steel there are two types of processes. First one is basic oxygen steel making process, and second is electric arc furnace process. So first we discuss about the basic oxygen steel making process. In this process, the hot metal from the blast furnace and steel scrap, which is one of the scrap steel म्हणजे खराब झालेलं स्टील असेल, are the principal material used in the basic oxygen steel making. So here this is the diagram of basic oxygen steel making process. In this case, at the bottom of the this apparatus, there is a placing of molten iron and steel scrap. So here, after the uh, formation of slag, impurities are oxidized and form a slag on the surface. This is the slag which is developed by oxidation by the impurities. So this is the vessel of oxygen which is used to provide the oxygen. This is the exit waste gas. This is the fume hood. This is the fume hood which is used to pass the waste gas. Here the water cooled oxygen lands. This is the oxygen in the middle of this uh, center of this tube. Here the it is circulate which is surrounded by water cooled oxygen lands. Here the refractory lining. This is the converter which is steeped to pour out the molten steel from spout. म्हणजे जर ते स्टील तुम्ही तयार केलेलं आहे ते इथून तुम्ही काय करू शकता, विड्रॉ करू शकता. So let us discuss about the process about the manufacture of steel by using basic oxygen steel making process. Here modern furnace or converters will take a charge up to 350 tons and convert it into steel in around 2 minutes. So the modern furnace, which is also called as converter, in which the steel scrap about 350 tons and which is converted in by using the following process, we can convert into steel around 15 minutes. A water cooled oxygen lance is lowered into the converter and high purity oxygen is blown onto the metal at very high pressures. The oxygen combines with carbon and other unwanted elements, eliminating them from the molten charge. So we have two carbon which is reacted with the oxygen, which forms the carbon monoxide, which is acts as a gas. The oxygen combines with carbon and other unwanted elements, eliminating them from the molten charge. So these all are products are eliminated from the molten charge. The oxidation reaction produces the heat and the temperature of the metal is controlled by the quantity of added scrap. Here is the main chemical reactions are involved, in which the two carbons plus oxygen forms 2CO, that is carbon monoxide. Silicon plus oxygen, it forms the silica SiO2, silicon dioxide. Then 2Mn plus O2, which forms the manganese oxide, that is MnO. And finally phosphorus, which reacts with oxygen having the 5 moles of oxygen, which gives the phosphorus pentoxide as eliminating from the molten charge when it is combined with when oxygen combines with these types of elements. The carbon leaves the converter as a gas and carbon monoxide, which can after cleaning be collected for reuse as a fuel. So here carbon monoxide is used as a fuel. Lime is added as a flux to help carry off the other oxidized impurity as a floating layer of the slag. So lime is used for carrying the slag, which is oxidized impurities, at the floating layer. The converter is tilted and the steel is tapped into a ladle. Typically, the carbon content of the steel at the end of refining is about 0.04%. So, the carbon content at the end of the refining of the steel is 0.04%. So, in this way, we produce this manufacture of steel by using the oxygen process, that is basic oxygen steel making process. Second one is what electrical arc furnace process. In this process, the electricity is provided by using the following diagram. The high current connection, this is the high current connection of three rods. Then the molten steel scrap. Here is the addition of molten steel scrap with this uh, with the home scrap, then the industrial scrap, then the obsolete scrap. Here the home scrap means excess material from the steel works and foundries. Industrial scrap means which use or which utilized from the process using the steel, such as excess of steel from making a car. So also called as a scrap. Obsolete scrap, discarded used products. Here the discarded used products, for example, used cans, this also obsolete scrap. The whole mixture is taken here, and after that, by passing the high current, the electrical current, we use the following types of steels, that is purified steel. Here this is the slag. This is the slag removed from the surface through the door. The yellow slag which is removed by using this door. This is the refractory linings. This is the graphite electrodes which usually use by passing the current, and here the molten steel scrap is heated takes place. This is the high current connection. This is the gap for air to enter. This is the gap for air to enter. So let us discuss about the experimental procedure. The furnace is a circular bath with a movable roof through which three graphite electrodes are raised or lowered. These electrodes are massive, often 6 meters of high and 4 meters of wide, and the furnace can hold over 100 tons of liquid steels. So electrodes are usually massive, about the 6 meters of high. This is the electrodes about the 6 meters of high and 4 meters of wide, and the furnace can hold over 100 tons of liquid steel. After the steel scrap is placed in the furnace, the roof is put into position and electrodes lowers into the furnace. An arc is struck by passing an electric current through this metal. So the high electric current is passed through the graphite electrodes. The heat generate melts scrap metal. After that, by passing the current, the scrap metal generally takes place heating. Here lime as a calcium oxides or calcium carbonate, fluorspar, which helps to keep the hot slag as a fluid. Fluorspar is used to for providing because here to keep the hot slag as a fluid, and ions ore are added. This combines with impurities to form a slag. So this is the important process of formation of slag. When the steel has reached the correct composition, the slag is poured off and the steel tapped from the furnace. So here let us explain about the removal of silicon, then the decarbonizations, then demagnetizations. and desulfurization. The process in which impurities are removed from the hot metals are called hot metal pre-treatment, whereas the process in which the molten steel is tapped from the BOF is subjected to further refined and degassing are called as the second refining. Here, in this process, the are hot metals in which the impurities are present are removed by this process. Hence, in this process, the BOF is subjected to uh, BOF is subjected to about the refining and degassing are called generally secondary refining. Generally, at present, the process of smelting in the BOF hot metal penetrate through the decarburization, and secondary refining has become the standard manufacturing process. Here, BOF or basic oxygen fundamentals level or basic oxygen steel making process, which also called as BOF or BOS. In this case, hot metals which penetrates into the desiliconization, that is removal of silicon by using the following process: dephosphorylation, then desulfurization of hot metals. The silicon in hot metals is oxidized in the BOF. At that time, uh, during the passing, which is reacted with the limes and iron oxide to form the slags. The slags generally gives the formation of calcium oxides, then iron oxide, then the SiO2. This slags is used for capability to remove in the liquid state. If the silicon content of the hot metal is low, this reaction is shorter in the BOF, that is manufacturing process in steel oxygen making. The production efficiency is improved and the volume slag generated is small. Therefore, decarburizing with high iron yield is possible. So, silicon content is always is low. So, during this, the decarburization process is possible. Desiliconization is therefore conducted as a pre-treatment process by adding iron oxide such as mill scale, sintered or fines to hot metal in the runners and the cast house in the of the BF or in the transfer vessels. So let us discuss about the first one is decarburization. Here decarburization occurs during the interaction between the carbon atoms in the steel and the atmosphere of endothermic atmosphere furnace. It's essentially the opposite of carburization. Carbon is drawn out of the ferrous material rather than put into it. Here in the decarburization process, generally what happens, the carbon is withdrawn from the ferrous materials. So due to that, it happens when carbon content inside the furnace is not properly controlled. When the conditions aren't right, carbon atoms in a steel part diffuse outward through its surface. Decarburization can occur during the manufacturing prior to heating treatment and also result of heat treatment process. Generally, decarburization which is occurs during the manufacture. In this process of manufacture, pre-treatment of heating, and using this pre-treatment of heating, the formation of uh, carbon controlled steel. Parts where the decarburization is often observed prior to heat treatment include investment of casting parts, then the forgings and castings and medium carbon steels, which is derived from a hot rolled bar stocks. Here in this decarburization, during the prior treatment of heating, which is used as a casting parts, forgings and castings and medium carbon steels derived from hot rolled bar stocks. After that, the dephosphorization. The dephosphorylation is usually covered by injecting a dephosphorylating agent. So this agent is always limes, then the iron oxide, then the fluorspar, which is a dephosphorylation into the hot metal in the transfer ladle or torpedo car together with a gas. This promotes the transfer of phosphorus in the hot metals to the slag phase. If suppose in the process of making of steel, uh, the hot here the presence of phosphorus in the scrap which is removed by using the dephosphorylations. So it is in the form of slag phase, which is then discharged. Dephosphorylation is usually carried out after desiliconization. First one is desiliconization and then dephosphorylation, because dephosphorylation process proceeds more quickly at the lower silicon content. So here this is the important part. First one is desiliconization, with this process is happen. After that dephosphorylation processes happen. Although hot metal is desulfurized to some extent by the dephosphorylation treatment, extra low sulfur steel requires further desulfurization, which is performed by separate injection of the desulfurizing agents such as calcium oxide, then the uh, sodium carbonate, then the calcium carbide, magnesium into the hot metals. Such treatments can be made more effective by identifying and enhancing the elementary steps that control the dephosphorylation desulfurization process. A good understanding of thermodynamics transport phenomena is indispensable in achieving this object. So dephosphorylation process, which is more effective and identifying, and it is in the form of slag, and desulfurizing agent, this is the one calcium oxide, this is another sodium carbonate, calcium carbonate, magnesium, which is added in the process of heating metal. Desulfurization steel by slags. Generally, the most popular method of desulfurization is removal of sulfur from the molten steel to the basic reducing slag. So the basic reducing slag, which contains the basic oxides, hence it is called as basic reducing slag. The basic oxides such as calcium oxides, then the magnesium oxides, then the magnesium oxide, manganese oxide, then the iron oxide. A typical basic slag consists of 35 35 to 60% of calcium oxides, then magnesium oxides about 10 to 25%, here the 15 to 30% of silica, then the 5 to 20% of manganese oxide. Here the slag, which consists of 35 to 60% calcium oxide plus magnesium oxide, 10 to 25% of iron oxide, 15 to 30% of silica, then the 5 to 20% of manganese oxides. During these transitions, sulfur from steel to slag may be represented by the chemical equations. So sulfur, which is produced in the transition of slag plus calcium oxides, which gives the calcium sulfides, and removal of this methane oxide. So by using this process, the sulfur can be removed by using basic oxides in the form of slags. Thank you.